Hi, my name is Abigail, and this is
Hoping, welcome to Inside Life
with her. Yeah, so today we'll be talking about preparing for the new norm as educators. You know, as we all know, all over the entire world, we're facing a pandemic, popularly known as
COVID-19.
COVID-19, and it's been really tough. One of the sectors that has been really hit hard is the education sector, and as you all know, we work in the education sector. So today we'll be looking at the impact of COVID-19. Under preparing for the new norm as educators, we're looking at the impact of COVID-19 on school owners, on
teachers, parents,
and even children.
Students, yeah.
Yes. So first of all, we'll be looking at the impact of COVID-19 on school owners. Hope has much experience because she has more experience in that regard because she works at leadership stage in the school. So Hope is going to be telling us more about the impact of COVID-19 as on school owners. Yeah, being one school leader. Yeah, tell us.
Okay, actually, when COVID-19 started, we were about preparing for exams, and it took us on our way. We were informed to close up, and we were about writing exams. School owners were not able to complete the session. In the aspect of not being able to write exams, then COVID really affected school owners, also in the aspect of payment of salaries for teachers, and also talking about we were told to close up, like stop.
Yeah, I remember even in my own school where we're preparing for exams. Students had actually started writing exams. I remember there was a particular weekend they had to come over to write the exam so that we'll be able to meet up. So it was more or less like not really rushed, but it was rushed basically. Some schools had to rush, some schools had to. But in my own school, the children had to come on a Saturday to write a particular paper.
Oh, really?
So it was like very unexpected, and I think it affected most schools like that.
Okay, now talking about payments of salaries. This COVID staying at home stuff started when we were planning to, get our salaries paid.
And where do salaries even come from? How do school owners pay teachers' salary? From school fees.
From school fees. And tell me, parents, owing a lot of money, like school fees, defaulters,
parents paying the school fees.
Pay their fees.
Yeah, that's true.
It was all just so somehow
rush. Parents, defaulters were able to go. They were able to go with the money.
Some school owners in my area, in fact, they felt it like they were so weak, making them to rush the payment of salaries. It really got to their neck.
Were they able to meet up at all?
Some were able to.
Because now
they were able to pay. Not from the school fees payments. They actually had other
runs they were doing and all that.
Do you actually know that some schools are on rent?
Hey God, the entire building.
On rent. Now tell me, how did they meet up?
They'll pay electricity bill. What else do they pay? Lights.
For water.
Electricity is light. They pay for water. Then what else and the main rent itself. How will they cope? Wow, that's a whole lot, especially for even those who have their own buildings, like those who don't have to pay rent for their buildings. Though I know that the beginning of every session they have to even term itself, they have to maintain some classes, maybe repaint, restructure, feedback from PTA that they have to do in the school and all that. That's a whole lot. That's really a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Let's talk about the impact of COVID-19. Hope I'm saying COVID-19. I'm saying COVID-19.
I didn't even say COVID. COVID.
Okay, so let's talk about the impact of COVID-19 on teachers. So, one area or one major area that I'm going to talk about right now is payment of salaries.
Oh.
We can't even take that away. Teachers need to get paid, but unfortunately, this is not even a laughing matter. Unfortunately, I have read on social media where teachers say they didn't get paid at all since March, or is it March? March, April, they've not been paid, and those who have even been paid at all had their salaries slashed into two. And now I'm even hearing that some have had it slashed into 3. Like
into 3.
yes, now into three
Wow.
parts. You get paid 1/3, and we should not forget that most of these teachers, as much as we say, oh, get other means of income and all that, some of them, that is like the major means of income.
Yeah.
And let's even talk about teachers who do home lesson. Can they go to homes right now to go and teach? So
Some have been going.
and some have been going, but that was like after they found out that they could do it. But it won't be the same. I don't think it will be the same. Or what do you guys think? I don't think it will be the same. Don't even forget that some of these parents that work, some of them have to now work from home. So where would they get? It's like a cycle. Parents need to have more to pay us more.
Pay. Some are not even working anymore.
Some are not
like,
working. Some have been laid
their work
off.
is,
So, but let's even talk about teachers' payment of salaries. Like,
teachers need to be paid now.
I mean, we just need to find a way around it. But that's like one major, impact of COVID-19 on teachers' payment of salaries.
I know teachers will love this. They will love to hear this.
Okay. Secondly, connecting with learners. Me, I've been hit personally. Like before the term ended, we're like together Monday to Friday. You get to see your children. Even on some Saturdays, you get to see them.
That connection.
We connected more because we're seeing them often. But now we don't see them often, so the connection is strained. The connection was based on I see you, you see me,
yeah.
and like five days out of 7.
Yeah.
That's like more. So, but now we don't get to see the impact of COVID-19 on teachers. Is we don't have the structured avenue to disseminate knowledge.
Yeah.
Before it was in the classroom. Majority of us are classroom teachers. Even as subject teachers, we still go to the classroom.
Yeah.
So we don't have classroom anymore. Not that we don't have classroom. We don't have like the structured classroom that we used to have, the physical classroom. Everything has gone virtual. Now that's for those who have even bought into the world of virtual, which we'll go into much later. But we don't have that, going into the classroom experience anymore. We now have to depend on a whole lot of others. But that going into the classroom, that, oh, I have a class by so time, I have this class by so time. As teachers, we don't have it again, which is so sad, but what are we going to do? Nobody prepared for a pandemic, right? So, Hope, share your COVID-19 experience, like staying home. Have you been bored or you've been balling?
Okay, so talking about COVID one night experience, I've been balling.
Oh shit!
Like, I've been relaxing. I've gotten enough time for myself. I've been enjoying. I've been watching movies, eating, baking. Within me, I feel this shouldn't even come to an end. Okay, so I've been relaxing and I've had to work on myself in some other areas of life. Okay, so I've worked on personal development. I've worked on telecommunication. I've ventured into public speaking, training, so many things that, in fact, even selling of food. Come on, now I guys make this cash now, because school business, nothing, teaching, nothing's coming in. So I guys make some cool cash.
If I've been balling or bored, okay, so I think it's a mixture of both. It has been a mixture of both. At first, I was relaxed. I was like, okay, so this is the new normal, and because I've always been sort of an advocate for technology, infusing technology into children's learning. So I was like, okay, so everybody's going to catch on the train now and all that. So I was relaxed kind of, but later I started to get bored, like very, very bored, and it was affecting those around me because this is not me. I wasn't used to, sitting. Even my weekends were like sort of occupied with some sort of teaching kind of thing. So I ventured into baking. I've tried different, pastries that I never believed I could. And these are pastries that I've seen, probably seen people make them, but I'm like, nah.
She didn't give me anyone to taste. That's
not
fair.
I'll make for you. Don't worry. Special. So I ventured into different kind of, baking pastries and all that. Then I've also been able to, I've learned how to, or I'm still learning how to edit my own videos.
Okay.
So I've been making a lot of videos for school. So I've been editing, just trying my hands at various editing.
I saw some of your videos. You're becoming a guru, man.
Oh God. I've been trying my hands on, editing video editing apps and all that. So that was after the boredom. So right now, if I'm balling, I don't think I'm balling. I think the boredom comes, but then I have something that I'm already doing on the side that, takes off the boredom. So, and of course, I've been working out.
Has been working out.
I've been working
still
out.
looks this way.
No, the working out is for fitness. I have no interest in losing any pounds.
Weight.
No,
okay.
I have no interest. I like my weight. I'm very, very confident about this weight. But I need to be fit. So yeah, I've been doing a little bit of fitness. I've been sharing my journey on my WhatsApp status.
Actually, I don't want to go back to the way it was.
Really?
And yeah. And the way it is now, I don't want.
So what do you want? So what do you want?
Because the way it was before, it seems kind of, there's a kind of restriction.
Like we're boxed
kind of into
some sort of structure
pattern. So I want us to come out from that. And now talking about the way it is now, there seems to be some kind of another pattern that we are not ready for. Yeah, we're not ready for. So we actually need to bring the old pattern, the new pattern together.
Okay, so it's rather unfortunate that a pandemic brought us this far. We can have a mixture of both without the pandemic. That's why we have to find a balance where children are learning, it is technologically aided, and there are no restrictions of movement, and teachers get to meet children, like the teachers get to meet learners. There's like a connection, and the connection goes beyond. As much as before we used to say let the connection go beyond the four walls of the classroom, now it has to go beyond the four walls or the four corners of a computer screen.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we just have to, there's a meeting point. So if we say every child can learn, every child should learn, every child must learn, then we now bring all of the equipment, all of the factors needed for that child to learn, and at the same time we are not leaving out the connection part without the pandemic, of course. So we can have a mixture of both, but there has to be like a meeting point. Yeah, where we're not saying, oh, don't go out to learn so that you won't get infected. That's ridiculous. So on the impact that's had from them, and we would be playing some voice notes of parents, or we get feedback from some parents that will play during the course of this video on how the their COVID-19 experience, basically how it has impacted them as parents with children.
My name is Larry Yusuf, and I'm a doting father. I'd like to talk about the various challenges that this pandemic has caused as regards, from my own perspective as a parent. So the first I'll talk about is what impact it has had on my relationship with my 3-year-old son who's going to be 4 in November. The first thing that it has done is that this enforced stay at home has made us closer. It has given me more time to bond with my son, giving me more time to bond with my wife, and as a family unit we've grown stronger because we've had more time to spend with each other, watch the programs that each other loves. We watch his cartoons, he watches the news also, so we've been able to find out more about what makes us tick as people. Now, the school fees question is one that has plagued most parents, but as the father of a young child who is probably still in the preschool stage, school fees doesn't happen to be a big challenge for me, because ideally even the online learning isn't as extended to cover his own age grade as much as other people. So I've not really had that pressure. I've not really had that challenge to keep up with school fees. Now, as regards embracing virtual learning, that has really been a big help for us because, like I said earlier, most of the schools, and even the school that he was attending, do not have provisions for kids that age as regards online learning. So what I've done is that I've become more of a homeschooling parent, and this is something that I had in mind before as someone working as an expert teacher. So what I have done is that I'm a member of various education and parenting groups, both on Facebook, and I've been able to leverage on those networks to get a lot of worksheets, activities, and learning materials that are targeted at his age. So what I do is that when I get those things, either myself or the mother go through the process of guiding him through understanding them and using those materials, and it's been really an enlightening experience for me. One, it made me get closer to my son. Two, it made me realize the importance of specialist knowledge, and I'll explain what that means. So I've been trying to teach him how to read, we've done the phonics part, but I've been trying to teach him how to blend his letters and read. And I discovered that it was a big challenge for me because I didn't have the skill. I didn't know the particular things that I needed to do until I consulted a friend of mine who's actually a nursery school teacher who has devoted years and years to teaching children how to read before I could get the specific techniques that could be used. So virtual learning actually made me realize the importance of actual teachers and physical classroom. Beyond that, what I've been doing for virtual learning is that I've been trying to streamline most of the content he absorbs to his own learning styles, and his learning preferences are auditory and kinesthetic and visual also. So it's a mixture of all three. So we've been doing more of videos, we've been doing more of songs, rhymes, and it's really been an amazing experience. I've seen the tremendous increment in his intellect, tremendous increment in his cognitive skills, and I'm quite proud of the things that we've achieved during the short term. What are the challenges that I've faced? Yes, being cooped up at home for donkey number of hours can be very draining. He's at the stage where he needs a lot of physical activity, and sometimes it could be a pest when it comes to having me work from home. So those are the challenges that having parenting during this pandemic-induced lockdown has caused for me. So overall, I would say that it's been a good experience for him. From his own side, it's been a joyride because he's always happy that he has his mom and dad at home, and the attention is fully focused on him, and he has all the love that he can get. For us as parents, it's been a learning experience. It has prepared us better for additional kids, and I think generally we'll look back on this time and see it as one of the times that helped us forge a stronger family.